what we've got here is a question related to energy, particularly changing energy from gravitational potential energy to kinetic energy. And if you see a question about something falling from a height or something sliding down a ramp or anything to do with something picking up speed as it goes downhill, chances are you're looking at a question that's related to gravitational potential energy to kinetic energy. Something up here is going to have gravitational potential energy, and something down here is going to have kinetic energy as it loses height but gains speed. So this particular question is about people working in a mine and they're sliding from one height to another using these wooden slides. Okay, so the information is given us. We've got the mass, which is 90 kilograms. We've got the height they've dropped, which is 15 meters, and they've given us the gravitational field strength, 10, which you are not expected to remember. They will give you 10 newtons per kilogram for gravity. Okay, and the equation for this gravitational potential energy is just the mass times gravitational field strength times by the height change. They can ask you about people going up ladders, where it's the energy they gain as they go up the ladder. But here we're losing gravitational energy because we're sliding down. And we just need to use this equation. We're just multiplying them all together. So we've got 90 kilograms times by the gravitational field strength 10 times by the height, which is 15. And you pop that into your calculator and you find that the person has gone down 13,500 joules worth of gravitational energy. Okay, so that's the first part of the question, relatively easy. Second part gets a little bit trickier. They're asking for this, the maximum possible speed, but they've not given us any more information. So to answer this question, you've got to know two things. One, you've got to know that if something is rolling down a hill or sliding down a ramp or it's a roller coaster, the gravitational potential energy will get turned into kinetic energy. And this maximum bit here, they're talking about what happens if all of that energy gets turned into kinetic energy. Okay, so how do we work out the kinetic energy? It's another equation you're expected to know. You expect to know that kinetic energy is half the mass times the velocity squared. That squared bit is just the velocity, it's not the whole equation. Okay, so if all of our gravitational potential energy, which we worked out to be that, gets turned into kinetic energy, it's going to be half mv squared. But we know m. So we know that the m is 90 kilograms. So we know that half m is 45. So it's going to be equal to 45 v squared. Okay, so if I divide both sides by 45, I get 13,500 divided by 45 is equal to the velocity squared. And you pop that into your calculator, you find velocity squared is 300. Now, there are a number of people in this question just put 300 straight in there, forgetting that they just worked out the velocity squared. And to be honest, if you're talking about the speed of somebody going down a wooden ramp, the fact that the speed of sound is just over 300 meters per second should make you think, hang on a minute, that might be a little bit quick. So what we need to do to get V is equal to the square root of 300, and that comes to 17.3 meters per second. But we're not going to put that in because it's asking for an appropriate number of significant figures, and we've been working from two significant figures from the data it's given us. So we're not going to worry about the 0.3. We're just going to say 17 meters per second. The final bit of the question is significantly easier. The final bit asks for the reasons why the energy is not going to be this maximum possible speed. And we're just talking about friction. As the miner slides down the ramp, it's going to lose some energy to the air. There's air resistance, drag, so the air is going to warm up slightly. The miner, whatever he is sliding down on the wooden ramp is going to warm up. Whatever is in contact with the wooden ramp is going to warm up. Might be a little bit of sound as well, but it's that. It's explaining that there is energy transfer from that gravitational potential energy and that kinetic energy that is going on to affect other things, not just the miner picking up speed.